Hello and welcome to Swing and a Crit Miss, a podcast where my friends and I play Tales of the Valiant by Kobold Press. We're not professionals, we're not amazing gamers, we're just having a good time, and we hope you will too. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and welcome to Swing and a Crit Miss. So we can get started that way. And hello everyone, welcome to Swing and a Crit Miss. We're back into the swing of things, literally, and where we last left our adventurers, they were having talks about taking the job of Malachi and possibly replacing Lucius as Lord of the Underground with someone, talking to an assassin named Darius, going to the Underground's hiding spot, figuring out where to do that, and otherwise just kind of figuring out their life. Where we ended, I'll describe it a little bit more. Odavius, you were walking back to your dorm after kind of a day of busy work, spending time, or a night of busy work, I should say, spending time doing things and what have you, random stuff, before you felt the ground beneath you rumble, and you looked over towards the hold of the Bulwark, and you saw a gout of blue-green flame just kind of leap up from the distance over there and explode out from over that way. So, Odavius, what would you like to do?
Well, hearing an explosion, I'm gonna run towards it and see what's happening.
All right, hold on, pause. I'm gonna get music. Wait 1 second.
Uh,
All right. Anyways, Odavius, running into the explosion. What are you... There we go. What are you doing as you run into the explosion? You're sprinting towards the hold. Make a perception check for me.
Well, that's right. If I want to do anything, I gotta roll. That's because this is D&D. Ooh!
Yes.
Oh.
Perception?
Yes.
Hold on. I have to zoom in. My old eyes can't take it anymore. 22!
Oh, dang. You see off in the distance of the hold several things. You see soldiers who are currently blown back away, or Bulwark members, blown back by this first explosion that you've noticed. You see bright, the same bluish-green tinted flames kind of cascading along everything in the immediate area over there. And you see two armored figures walking towards the entrance of the hold, where you know the moon demon, or whatever you want to call it, is currently being held.
Alright. I'm gonna throw out ascending real quick to Brenin. And all it's gonna say is attack Bulwark now. And then I would like to is it people, like a person, actual person that looks like armored person?
You see two armored figures. You can't make out details. You can assume them to be somewhat humanoid. They're humanoid sized, so medium creatures. But you can't really make out details beyond the armor.
I would like to cast hold on one of them.
Hold person, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. I roll something, don't I?
I don't remember.
You do. I think it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Alrighty.
Against his spell save DC.
Hold on 1 second. Just want to double check thing. I'll check it back on my notes.
As soon as they hear that, I think, all right, Primrose, we got an attack on the Bulwark. We got to go now.
It's time to attack the Bulwark. Is that what I'm hearing?
Alrighty.
Whatever gets you there.
Oopsies!
Unfortunately, you cast a spell, and the spell fails.
Gee. Well, there goes one of my slots. Okay.
But you do see, as you kind of cast towards the creature, turns around, and you see in the blackness of sort of the armored face, 2 blue-green eyes staring at you before it begins to walk. And they are currently right about, we'll say, in the quasi-initiative that we have here, about to walk directly into the hold.
Okay. Then I will...
Tell you what, why don't we roll initiative right now? Since
Okay.
we have some people.
Seems like a
Everyone else
formality.
roll initiative. Just in cases.
Ooh.
Oh,
Alrighty. 25 to 20.
Let me double check. I believe it's exactly 20.
Exactly 20?
Yeah.
Alright, Primrose starting. I'm currently
Does,
writing on it now.
does Jack of all trades add to initiative? Is
No,
that
it is
different?
just skills.
Okay, then 20.
And then 20 to 15.
16.
16, alright.
Auran, you're next. Just say your number. I can assure you.
Bet.
Alright, Oren. 10?
I bet. Do you have a -1 to your dex?
Is it 0? Do you have 0?
I have a 0.
Oh, I definitely don't have that low. 6.
Well, okay, alright.
Brenin is attempting to put on his armor and then says "fuck it" and just grabs a shield, and
Yep,
that's
I
why
would
he's
say-
late.
Everyone who is currently at the inn, you are currently unarmored at this point, which isn't a problem for most of you, or some of you. I don't know. Actually, Oren, do you wear armor?
My
No, you don't.
Athena wears armor. Auran
Athena
doesn't wear
wears
armor.
That's fair. Yep. So you would currently be unrobed or unarmored. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah.
Just to make sure, what is the when unarmored? Is it armor class of 8 plus
10
dex?
plus your dex. 10 plus your dex.
10 plus dex.
Are we gonna?
Okay.
We should put on armor.
It takes
My
about
AC
5
drops
minutes
by
to do light armor.
5
to
minutes.
yeah. 5 minutes.
My
to put
AC
on
drops
light,
by 1.
10 for
if that's
heavy.
the case.
So
What about medium?
medium, I believe
7
that's
and a
5
half.
as well. I think light and medium is 5, heavy is 10.
Guess we don't have time.
Sprinting naked into the field.
Light armor is 1, medium is 5,
There it is.
heavy armor is 10.
I would like to argue. I would never take it off because I don't care how Athena is, if she's
I guess
comfortable
you-
or not.
You technically don't sleep. Yeah.
And also, I do wear armor. Also, I was looking at my character sheet. Auran does wear armor, but I don't sleep, so I would just assume I'm always in armor with Athena.
Okay, you know what? I'll allow it. You're undead. You got some undead vibes. I can allow it.
On the opposite side, I assume Primrose is almost always out of her armor. If
Yes.
she even has.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know if you wear armor or not. But
Not
Alrighty.
particularly.
we're going to start. I'll say, given the distance from the Golden Goose Inn to where the Bulwark is, I'm gonna say after 10 rounds, you will all appear and kind of show up in your initiative order. And at that point, I'll show the map and kind of give you some guide points into what you're doing. But for right now,
Goddamn.
it's just Odavius.
I get 10 rounds to myself? Let's go!
You do. Plus some other Bulwark members kind of acting and doing some things on their own.
Can't
But-
wait to be a level ahead of everybody else.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
I'm kidding.
Or
Alright,
die.
Odavius. Or die. Odavius, you go first. What are you doing? I'll say from you to the creatures is about, want to say 100 or so feet at this point.
Are they coming towards me?
No, they
Am
are
I in the hole?
No, you are outside. So they are currently at the door, and you are back. So door here, they're here, you're like back here, 100 feet.
Alright, I will pull out my shield,
Whoosh.
and I will cast...
Just so you know, if you didn't have your shield out the first time, it would cost an action.
No, shield is a free action.
Cool.
I will cast a... Hold on, let me look at these. Guiding bolt at one
All
of
right.
them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that attack.
Bro, if this doesn't hit and I can't use any of my magic, I'm screwed. Right. Let's see here. That is a 19 to hit.
19. That unfortunately misses.
Oh my god.
As you send a yellow bolt and shoot off radiant, mixing with sort of the darkness of the grave, hits one of the armored figures, and just glances off of them. The armored figure is now turning back around, looking towards you again. What else would you like to do if you have anything else to do?
That would be it for that turn, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the knight that you hit, the armored figure, turning towards you and facing you. It gives one look to the other armored figure next to it. You see a slight nod. The other armored figure now enters the hold. And the armored figure that you glanced off of with the guiding bolt, you see, in a blink of an eye, disappear, and it is now 30 feet closer to you.
Oh, hi.
And it's going to run 30 feet closer to you, so it is now 40 feet from you. And it is going to... It's going to make 3 attacks towards you.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, from what distance?
40 feet.
With what?
You see it like bring about its sword and swing it, and that greenish blue flame that you've been seeing just arcs off of it and slams towards you.
Oh my goodness.
Bro,
I want
first
that
attack
sword.
already.
Is a 12.
Miss.
The other one's a 21,
Hit.
and the other one's a 24.
Yes. Hit.
And you take 14 radiant damage,
Jesus.
and I need you to make a dex save for me.
And a dex save. My goodness. Wait, hold on.
Did you take this weapon from Skyrim?
Nope. It is actually from the Monster Vault.
15.
Oh, nice.
15, you pass.
Okay.
You feel the flames beginning to like brighten as they hit you and almost scorch at your eyes as you just like wipe away the flames just in time to save your vision.
Thank God.
All right, the thing is now 40 feet away from you. It has used its movement, bonus action, and action. It is now back to your turn. 1 round has passed. You see a bunch of Bulwark people running towards this thing that is currently attacking you, like armed, trying to get after it and begin attacking it.
I'm going to yell at them and say, "Focus on the one inside the hold."
Okay.
And then I want to take out my Star Sling.
All right. Can you give me a persuasion check, just to see how many like listen to your orders in the chaos.
22.
Okay, you get a decent, like most of them like listen and begin turning and heading that direction. All right, what are you doing after that?
So I'd like to take out my Star Sling. I would assume, I don't know, is the Star Sling a one-handed or two-handed?
Technically one-handed. Yeah,
Okay.
you could use it with a shield.
Okay, good. Then I will take that out. Is that another free action? Or am I good?
Yep, just taking
Take
out
that,
a weapon,
okay.
free action. Yep.
All right,
Pulling out
and then
like,
I will
another one after is another thing.
launch to the gentleman in front of me.
Okay.
Come on, nat 20.
Oh, all right. No, it doesn't blow up yet, but it could blow up. So, roll your... Do you have that star sling on you? I don't have it in front of me.
Yes, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Because I remember you roll 2d4, and then if it's the same...
So yeah, I have, so I rolled 2d4, one is force, one is bludgeoning.
Yep.
And if I roll the same number, I get to roll additional 1d4 until I roll a different number.
Yep, so basically Yahtzee. You just keep rolling and get the same things. All right, go for it.
Well, I rolled a 1 and a 1.
Well, that counts. And this is still all under the crit, so this will build up. So roll again.
That
Do you get a
is
1 again?
Total of 5 because I rolled a 3.
5 doubled because of the crit, so 10 plus 10 your dex.
Plus dex. Oh.
Because it is a dex weapon.
Plus 1. Dex is plus 1, so.
Alright, so it'd be plus
11.
Plus 1. 11 total. Alright.
Yeah, 11 damage. First damage I've done with the Star Sling.
And it exploded and it did the thing. I love it when that happens.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. After that, most people have gone towards the hold, but the Moon Knight, now that you're actually doing damage, other people have tried stabbing at it and it's just knocked them away with the shield or pummeled them with the backhand of its sword pommel. It is going to once again bonus action teleport, and it gets right into your face. And it towers over you about... How tall are you, Odavius, would you say?
5'11".
5'11". This thing is about 7 to 8 feet tall. And so it just towers, looks down at you. And it's going to do a couple of things. The first thing, it's going to take 2 sword attacks against you. Doesn't roll very well. We'll see. First one is a 19.
Yep.
And the other one is an 11.
No.
Alrighty, let me do the damage for that. This is 1d8 slashing and 2d6 radiant.
Jesus. Remedies.
So 15 damage total, unless you have a resistance to anything, which I don't think you do, except for fire damage.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And it's going to make a shield bash against you as well. So we'll see if that hits. Ooh, not very good. 13?
Nope.
Nope. It tries to wham its shield against you, and you just block it with your shield, and just nice rings out amongst the crowd. Alrighty. After that, you see off in the distance a few more blue flames coming from inside the hold. This is the third round. Sorry, I forgot to mark one. I could be wrong. It's fine. Third round of stuff while the others are waiting. We'll see what happens as you're all sprinting. And you see some people. I'll do a couple of attacks from the few Bulwark members that remain to help you. Decent stuff.
And I has a point of clarity here in a moment when you're done with that.
Sure, 15. 5 points of damage to it, so he's currently... 16. I can't do math. 16 points of damage to this thing so far. Yes. Point of clarity.
You might have forgotten that I have one Al Capone shadow demon horsey.
Oh!
So if I summon that, can I get into combat faster?
I'll say you'll come in at round 5 then.
Okay.
And have that time.
Sweet.
Alright, Odavius, your turn again.
If I do a leveled spell slot, can I do a cantrip afterwards?
If the cantrip is a bonus action. Or the spell is a bonus action. So bonus action, Shield of Faith. That's a bonus action spell. And then action, Shocking Grasp, or whatever the spell Toll the Dead is, like that. Or if the cantrip is a bonus action, you can do an action as your leveled spell.
Right. I'm gonna pump a Cure Wounds in me.
Good idea.
2d8. There's so much moving to do. Gee, Christmas. Okay. And then can I bonus action that the cure wounds? I can't.
No, bonus action. Cure Wounds is full action. Healing
Action.
Word is the bonus action one.
Right. Right. I think that's all I can do.
All right.
I don't really have any bonus action-y things I can do for this one.
Alrighty. It is now the Knight's turn. Knight's going to go ahead and slash towards the dude that hit it really quick. Hits.
Stop. Sorry.
And that guy's dead. Wow, that was a bad hit. You just watch as one of your fellow Bulwark members just gets sliced in half and like blue flame covers his body. There's going to be one hit towards you, Odavius, and then a shield bash as well. So first the sword hit is a 14? No, wait, 16.
No. Oh, yes.
16? Okay. Same thing, 2d6 radiant, 1d8 slashing. Much less of a hit than the last one, which is good. So that is 18. No, wait. Oh, God, no. Dear Lord, no. Sorry. 12 points of slashing damage. Much better. And a shield bash again. Which is a 14 to hit you, which I assume misses.
Miss.
Alrighty. Yeah, this shield bash is the one you don't want to have happen. See if any of your fellow friends... Nope, they do not hit him at all. We're down to round 4. Odavius, what are you doing?
I am...
Just curious, what's your hit point out?
I don't want to tell you.
Oh, all right. If I know, I may pull my punches, or I may not. But then at least I'll know. Oh, boy.
I'm close.
Whew.
I don't want to...
Glad you got that cure wounds off.
Well, yeah, if I didn't, I'd be already knocked out. This is not great. So he's still right on me?
He is still right up against your face. He's kind of surrounded by some bulwark, but not enough, as you can tell.
Crap, I should have used my Hellish Rebuke on him.
There's always next time.
Well... You think?
I do think.
Screw it. I'm going to put another Cure Wounds.
All right.
This time I'm going to go 2nd level Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And... So that is... So that's 48, right? I think.
At Cure
Is it
Wounds,
going up a little?
3d8
Yeah.
should be.
3d8.
Unless you're doing it at 3rd. Yep. No, wait.
It says 2d8 for spell slot above level 1.
Oh, really?
Oh, maybe I'm using the wrong one.
Hold on. I got my book. It could be different from, like, 5e stuff, so you might be right. Hold on, let me look.
I think I'm looking at 5e.
Cure wounds, 1d8. When you cast, yeah, so it should be 2d8. First level, and then second level is 2d8. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, thank goodness.
Big numbers?
Yeah. Something like
Don't
that.
forget to add your wisdom modifier to that, so you get more.
I didn't even do that the last time. Shit.
Well, do that this time, so you're not gonna die.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Good. Bring it on.
Okay. I'm gonna do the shield bash first against you and see what happens.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit you?
15 is my AC.
So it does hit.
So,
I need you
yes.
to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Yeesh. Straight roll. Come on, baby. 13.
13. You are currently knocked prone.
Lovely.
And you also take 6 damage from the shield bash.
Lovely jubbly. Can I just throw my wait, no.
Hellish Rebuke?
Math. Yes, Hellish Rebuke in there.
Alright, sure. Deck save, right?
Hold on, let me look.
Well, either way, I rolled a 2, so I'm guessing it fails, no matter what.
Deck save. Yeah, it fails. So 2, 10, come on. Nope, that's not. Yeah, it is. 15
15.
points of fire damage.
Some good damage, good damage. This thing, the fire kind of overwhelms it for a second, but then those blue tinged flames just overcome and like send it all back to the ground.
Yeah.
Does full damage, but
Yeah.
here we go. 2 sword attacks at advantage because you're prone. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Pulling punches my ass.
And then 24.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'll do the crit last. So the straight roll for is 16 points of damage. Are you out with that? Then we'll just we'll say because I just went ahead and rolled those attacks, they hit. You have now failed 2 death saves because of that hit.
Oh.
And now, Auran,
Yes.
you come in and you see this large blue fire night-clad creature bash down Odavius to the ground, take 1 slash, and then turn the sword around and just right into Odavius's gut and pull it out and just start slashing away at any other. You see like a deluge of blue-green flame like around this thing as he's just sending people flying. What would
That's
you like
great.
to do? You
I'd like
follow the
to-
Moon Knight.
Where is Odavius? If he's turning around fighting, is he 5 feet to Odavius?
I'll
Or has he
say at
moved
this
away?
point he's moved away. Like probably like 10 feet away from where Odavius is laying.
Okay.
And you're also seeing the same blue-green flame in the hold. And you're seeing that kind of in the doorway flash every once in a while.
That's great. Fuck me, do we have no healing potions?
You haven't needed to stock up since you left.
So remind me of if I attempt a medicine check to stabilize, remind me of the process.
So you'll make a medicine check. This is mostly my homebrew. You'll make a medicine check. And I believe what I've decided is that it'll be a DC of 10 to stabilize, and just 0 hit points. He's stable. All death saves and stuff are clear. So DC
What if I
10.
don't get 10?
If you don't get 10, nothing bad happens. You just fail the roll.
What if I roll a 1?
If you roll a 1, I'm not going to be that much of a jerk. I promise. But if you do fail the roll, I will say you'll get a luck point.
Oh, well. All right.
By the way, Zach, make sure you mark off the luck points that you got from missing some of those attacks.
So I can do 3 to advantage my roll.
Yep.
What else can I do?
And then you can spend like 1 to 1. So if you roll like a 15 and you have 2 luck points,
I can just do...
you can add
Okay.
to make it 17. And you can't have more than 5.
And temporary
Get
hit points
5.
do not res a character, correct?
No.
No, they do not. Because they
Not
need to be
res,
alive
but
for it to take
Bring
effect.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many luck points do you have?
2.
What's your medicine? What modifier?
Plus 3.
Plus
Okay.
My best.
That's not
so
bad. So you need a...
I'm just looking at my abilities here.
5 or higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good statistics, but we know how this game rolls from time to
Mhm.
time. I will say also, he will not be awake, so he will not be able to run away on his own. He is just stable.
Yeah, on the medicine check, yeah.
Yep.
Fuck, I cannot believe we don't have 1 healing potion. That is a major oversight.
It's like that
All
until
right.
it's Sunny in Philadelphia scene, like, how do 3 guys not have a job in between any of them? How do 3
All right,
people not have healing potions?
I will ride up and hop off Al Capone
Okay.
and do the old CPR. I'll do a medicine check here.
Okay, you kind of like rip off shirt, cover up the gut wound and any other superficial wounds. What you doing? CPR, giving him a good old kiss,
The old kiss.
good old smooch.
His first and last, potentially.
What's the roll?
You did
A
not
3.
roll.
A 3 plus 3, so that's 6.
And yeah, my luck won't do me any good.
Nope, it'll get you up to 8. But I will say you'll get a luck point. If you would like to attempt it again, you can. After this. But his
Next
turn. Yeah,
Next turn.
But his round.
Well,
will come
next
up
turn he might
first.
be dead.
Yep.
Okay. That's my action. I don't believe. Let me just double check here. I gotta check all the abilities.
Nope, you're good. Imagine if you had to wait 10 rounds for this.
I wasn't assuming this would be where I'd be walking into, but
Yeah, you came in at the right time. At least good enough time.
all right, that's it.
Okay. Odavius, I need a death saving throw.
Can he add luck points to this?
I believe you can.
How many luck points do you
You
have?
can.
I'm full. I have 5.
Any advantage death save?
You can give yourself advantage. Well,
How many
as
points?
long as the
Hold on.
DM allows.
I'll look at the
It's
rules.
3 if he allows it.
I'll look at the rules. I've never come across this. Where is that? There it is. Nope, that's not the right thing. What am I looking at? Page number? Yeah, 204. Okay. Oh, I'm on 203. I'm done. Or 13. Okay. All right. Yeah, you can add it. I'll say. Doesn't say you can't. Any roll.
Advantage as well?
Yep. So you can do that advantage for 3 if you really mess up.
Okay, so I'm full, so I can use 3 points to make it advantage.
Yep.
Okay. And if I need to, I can add 2
2
points?
to it. Yep.
Okay. Oh my goodness. These are just straight rolls?
Yep. So what'd you get?
Did you have advantage?
I did.
What'd you get?
I got a 7 as my highest roll, so I don't think adding the 2 are gonna do it. I think I.
All right, Odavius. You have 3 death saves, and you are currently dead. We'll come back to you in a little bit. Auran, you watch as the Moon Knight cleaves a path towards the hold amongst all of the other Bulwark members, just slicing, dicing, and flaming his way towards the hold. And you see the second one pop out. Another one, similarly clad in armor. And on this one's shoulder is the possessed wizard that you kept away for so long. And you see them look around at all the chaos caused, and then they disappear. You see them in a fount of blue-green flame erupt and then down. And they are gone. And Odavius's dead body that you see the last breath come out of in front of you. We'll break initiative. What would you like to do, Auran? And we'll say you hear Brenin and Primrose coming in fairly quickly behind you at a full
I will
sprint.
attempt CPR.
Okay. Unfortunately, fails. You being one of the dead, amongst most, know when someone's time has expired.
I'll just kind of slump over Odavius and wait for the others.
Brenin and Primrose, you come across Auran over the body of Odavius, burned, stuck. And you see the Bulwark, especially you, Brenin, surrounded by these blue-green flames that people are desperately trying to put out, but they don't seem to be put out. Nothing seems to be working until they burn down.
So we can clearly see that he's passed.
Yep, you can see most of his lifeblood draining out of him. He is not breathing.
Or we can still we have clerics. We can bring him back. Where's there? I gotta find a cleric.
Okay,
One of the higher ups.
go ahead. I'd say make a... We'll say for this check, persuasion or intimidation to see if you can command attention in the chaos. At this point, given the amount of rounds that have passed, it's been 30 seconds since you came on the scene.
Okay. 12 intimidation.
12 intimidation, okay. You're able to look around and grab one of the clerics and just, like, literally drag him over. And he looks... Oh, shit. I don't have any fucking diamonds on me. Fuck. I need... Shit. Don't... I'll be right back. And you see him run off.
I
And
will.
you see him shouting to other people, like, yelling for names. And you see other priests around, as you're looking, are tending to dead bodies and currently doing their best to heal. And this is, like, many people who are injured, dead, that are being attended to by most of the other clerics as well.
I'll go on my horse and pick up the cleric to try to quicken his wherever he's trying to go.
Okay, you just...
I'm gonna set him on the back and ride it wherever he tells me to go to try to make it faster.
Okay. You see him, like, go off, and it takes probably at this point another minute for him to, like, point out and go, there. And you see older man kind of sitting down. Appears to be a elvish man sitting down, wearing bulwark vestments, just looking at the flames in just shock. And you see the priest get off. Magister! And you see him just shake him. We have someone. He's injured. Odavius. And you see him just like pull the Magister up and just like almost toss him up to you to grab. And the Magister takes a second and then gets into action and gets on the cart.
I'll ride back.
All right, the rest of you, what are you doing at this moment?
Can I try to lay on hands, not to like bring him back or anything, but like to close up the wound?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say
Try to make it easier for resurrection.
10 lay on hands to get his injuries taken care of.
Done. Come on, Odavius. You can't die on me now. We still have to go see your family. Help's on the way. Don't worry. We're gonna get you.
Okay, I just wanted to check some things. Just doing some checks. And you see Auran come back upon his horse, and you see the Magister, the head of sort of the clerics of this Bulwark era. And you see him step down. All right. How long has it been?
Auran.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you saw it happen. It's been probably a couple minutes.
A couple minutes.
Tim. All right. Everyone. With me. And you see him just like reach in his pouch and pull out a very sizable diamond and place it on the chest of Odavius. Come, gather. And you see him hold out his hands.
Grab him.
And we're going to do a resurrection ritual. A idea shamefully stolen from Critical Role. So, we'll allow... Given the numbers, I'll say we'll allow 2 people to assist with this ritual.
Are we allowed to ask which checks it will be?
So, it'll depend on what you want to do to assist. And then I will roll a d20. And on a 10, it is a success. But each successful roll that you guys make to assist will lower the DC by 2.
You said it's what to succeed? 10?
10. So, who would like to assist? Auran? Brenin. Auran, we'll go with you first. What would you like to do to assist in this ritual of resurrection?
I will go through Odavius's bag and pull out the clockwork bear that I gave him.
Okay.
And wind it up and put it on his chest. Say, your story's not over, Odavius. Hang in there, and I'll try to continue patching up some of the wounds. I know lay on hands was used, but I'd like to try to maybe hold for bleeding or CPR or some kind of assistance to try to help bring the body back.
Okay, I'll say roll a medicine check.
Oh my god, it rolls on the middle thing. Between the dice and the...
Sounds right.
14.
14. Okay.
Sorry. As a comrade, I can use the help action as a bonus action each turn. Can I give help?
Not
Can I
for
do
this
help?
purpose. No, this is
Okay.
its own thing. Especially since you're doing your own thing for the ritual to work as well.
Okay.
So, 14. Not that tough. Brenin, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm able to do that I'm good at.
That's fair.
I'll kneel down next to Odavius. Odavius, you know this isn't your time. You know this isn't what's meant to be. We've gone through so much together. And we still need you now. So I swear to whatever might be above us, if you don't revive right fucking now, I'm gonna tell your sister and she's gonna be even more pissed off at you than I am. Intimidation?
Intimidate him awake.
I'll say that can work for intimidation.
Fuck this dice. $23.
Okay. All right. I'll roll, and I'll send you the picture of what I roll. All right. Okay. All right. And the message is that what you get? With 2 successes in the ritual, you were able to lower the DC down to 8, which is exactly what was rolled on the die. So, Odavius. First off, Odavius, would you like to describe your final thoughts, quote unquote, as you're slain by this Moon Knight thing?
My first thought is to my sister and my niece, and not being able to go see them again, not being able to hug them again, not being able to tell them what they meant to me after the accident. My next thought goes to Brenin, who has been there through thick and thin, even if we just recently had a rough patch. He's always been there. And then it goes to my parents and all the regret that I have not patching things up with them and not being able to figure out what to do to make things right, make things go back to the way they were before all the changes. And then to Auran, who I definitely got off to a rocky start with, and who I am glad that I was able to meet and eventually become friends. And finally, my final thought goes to Primrose. And I can vividly see her dancing. All the light glistening off of her skin, all of the wonderful things that she did to make performance great. And my heart breaks that I did not have a chance to pursue that anymore.
And now, Odavius, what is your first thought as suddenly the light clicks back on a few minutes later? He's alive. Camera's on.
Who's all around? Everybody's around me?
Yep, everyone. Even the Magister, who was an old teacher of yours in terms of these cleric ways.
What happened? Where'd they go?
They're gone.
Welcome back, buddy. Slam him on the shoulder.
I tried. I couldn't.
It's okay.
I couldn't do anything. And I'm gonna pass back out.
Yep,
that
just
sounds
rest.
about right. Yep. You see the priest come over, or the Magister, I should say.
This is going on your bill.
He actually goes into whispering, "We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty."
Yeah. He's like, if you just want a little question for you right here, tipping.
Yeah. Does the
Just kind of
Bulwark
takes his
provide good
hand
health
and signs the
insurance?
contract.
The clerics are the health insurance. As
You get one free death per quarter.
All right, just for you, so you know, Odavius, you have a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saves, and ability checks right now. Magister comes over, places a hand on his head. You see him take out a little medical pouch and just kind of rub some herbs together and just kind of slather it on his head, on Odavius's head. And you see physically...
Am I at one hit point right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, it's all your hit points. It is all your hit points. There you go.
Wait, I just have them all?
Yep.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Big boy spell.
Yeah. And he looks visibly to all of you who see him much, much older. Even as an elf who's sort of timeless, just casting that spell was a lot. He should be fine come morning. He may be weak for a little while longer, but he's alive.
Thank you.
You see him look across all of the people that are slowly being covered by claws. Some even just being burned to ash and being put out and stamped out in one final fire. And the Magister just sits back down and looks. Not since the Cataclysm has something like this happened.
What were those things?
I don't know. Knights of some kind. They had the crest of the moon on their shields. Something else I couldn't see. They were immune to anything our clerics threw at them. Weapons really did what they could, not much else.
Primrose has a thought, and it's gonna go run off towards where the Moon Man was being held.
Okay. You sprint off there as the rest of you kind of listen to the Magister describe just how quick it happened. These armored, heavily armored plate armor and shield and big ass sword just appeared in the middle of the street in a gout of blue-green flame. and then just started walking towards the hold, and anyone who got near them was slain and put down very quickly. The priest tried to use spellcasting and harmed them, but any holy damage did nothing to them. Primrose, you run towards the hold. Where are you heading to?
Where the man was being held. In particular, I'm in search of Elise.
You go down and you see the bodies of many mages who were holding the seal, all slain. The door has been bashed in to the hold.
Do I
not
notice
see
any
Elise anywhere so far?
Do I notice any traces of where her magical hideout might be? Like,
Nope.
I know she has a magic door. I'll look around and just like fiercely whisper, Elise.
Don't hear anything. Just echoes. amongst the dead.
I'll search the bodies of these mages, see if, like, discern nature of the wounds, see if they had anything on them about recent research into the Moon Man and
Sure, go ahead.
anything
roll,
valuable I can get off
roll
of them.
investigation. The rest of you who are up, kind of listening to the Magister describe the chaos. Anything you want to do?
Magister, we need to seal off everything. I can't. Make sure nobody goes in and out as of now.
Yes. Suppose time for action. I've sat on my own long enough. You see him just like walking over very slowly and gathering like priests to him. You see him doing some casting of the familiar spell of sending that you see Odavius cast a lot as well. And you see people beginning to move all around and start a blockade in the surrounding area. Primrose, what did you get for investigation?
I got a 12.
These people don't really have that much on them beyond the spell components they needed to keep this sealing spell active.
I'll look for, since that man yelled about diamonds, if any of them happen to be diamonds, just in case. Okay.
It's very, very basic, like specific to this ritual.
I figured. I will then... Do I know where... I don't think Elise had any quarters. She would most likely stay in her mansion.
Not here.
That
you know of.
I'll run to try and find Ronald or someone who knew about, like, that we had seen and talked with when we first, like, encountered the Moon Man. I'm just calling him the Moon Man now.
That's fair. You run out, and at this point, all of you probably at this point see Ronald like pop out from somewhere, running, sprinting, shouting at people in severe like military commander mode, just getting everything possible done, organizing small groups. And you see him just turn and look at all of you, see that there's no Odavius, and you see him look past you for a second and see Odavius on the ground, and then just stare at you and give just like a knowing glance towards Odavius.
He's okay.
See him like pinch
I will
his
be
brow.
taking him up to the bunk soon, but what do you need?
Ronald,
If we have bunks
Do you-
soon, this fire is not getting put out by any means, and we're still figuring that out.
do you know where Elise is?
At least I imagine is in her quarters, wherever that tends to be.
Okay.
Now, you see him like turn direct orders towards someone. Now, I don't know what just happened, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the things that we've done, but apparently so. You four need to find out what you can about this. You're the only four that I know I can trust in this scenario, because I have many suspicions at this point.
He'll be done. I'll go pick up Odavius, see if I can get him to a cot somewhere.
Yep, you see them already setting up like a medical tent, breaching everything. There's a few cots here or there that are quickly set up.
I will try to use the Canter of Endless Water and put them towards the flames. Geyser, push towards... Does that do anything?
It's not magical water, correct?
It was a D&D thing originally.
We'll go off that roll.
It says fresh or salt water.
Okay. It does not put out the fire. Either fresh or salt. You use both and doesn't seem to do anything. The fires are slowly just kind of crumbling into buildings. They do stop at a certain point and die out, but some are really starting to eat away at a lot of the structural parts of the building.
Do we have clerics who can cast Create Water? Is that magical water?
I don't believe so. Nope, it's just clean water.
Auran, do you have any dark options?
To put fire out?
From what we've been able to tell, it somewhat remnant of holy. Is that correct, DM?
Yes, they seemed immune to any holy attacks.
I'll try to
Or
cast
The,
Grim
the
Harvest.
fire, the blue and green flames.
Well, the knights in general were immune. You haven't tried, like, any spell work on the flames at this point.
I'll use my Grim Harvest ability that does necrotic damage.
Okay, you just... And then... Seems to just explode into, like, a puff of smoke. Away.
But it does put
Flames
out.
do.
Yep, the flames do.
Does my magically created darkness from my bonus action ability do anything?
Nope, that's just darkness.
I figured.
Well, I can do that. A couple more
Please.
times.
Okay.
I'll do it to the worst fires, the ones that are eating away the most building. Just
Yeah, you put out a couple and, like, send out waves of necrotic energy towards them, and they all just, like, slowly engulf and go out on the flames.
Use necrotic, I call out. If you have any.
I use 3
That's
points.
not a lot
that.
of people here. Not their style.
Figured. Do we have inflict wounds?
Would be a cleric spell, but again, with the people you have here who are not really field agents, more like counselors and healers, they're not going to have any of it. But you do get, I'll say, the worst of it down. Some bits and pieces are still kind of catching fire here and there, but slowly dying out as the evening rolls on, or the mid-evening rolls on, since it's the middle of the night at this point. You have Odavius in a cot. What are you gonna do?
I have to stay here. You two need to go to the underground.
Now?
I feel. If by some... Do you think there would be any whispers about what caused this going around now?
They'd be anywhere, they'd be in the underground.
Primrose, come with me. I'm gonna take off.
Okay.
I want to... On the streets, there are probably a lot of dead civilians.
As we head out,
Surprisingly, no. As you get further and further away from the blockade that the Bulwark has set up, it seems very surgical of a strike. they popped right in, and kind of what the Magister described to you. They popped right in, almost directly in front of the bulwarks where they have the holding cells and all that. About probably like 200 feet away from it. There are no other civilians harmed, no other dead bodies besides what you guys came across right next to the holding area.
As we head out, I'll look to Brenin and say, keep an eye out for Elise.
Will do.
And then I'll follow
Okay.
Auran.
All right. No bodies around anywhere. Only
Okay.
Bulwark members.
I'll try to go around and get any first-hand witnesses that survived. Get any other... Maybe there were some that survived that were within the holding cells. I want to go look to get a better idea, since I was not here.
Yeah. I'll say this. The holding cells are the worst of it. Like, very enclosed space, fire needing to be put out a lot of different places, or just otherwise burned away. Outside, you do see a couple of people who were injured, and they kind of give the same recounting of the Magister. They appeared right in the middle from out of nowhere in blue flame, and they just started walking towards the holding cells. Some people tried to attack them and stop them. Those who got really close got hit and sliced and set on fire in all manners of way. The knights really only focused on people who were like directly in their path. If they were like off to the side or like shooting arrows or anything like that, they just kept walking and didn't pay attention to them.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
Okay.
After I know that Odavius is safe, to help with... I have a little bit of lay on hands left. Go help out a little bit with that.
Sure.
And do what I can.
Alright. Auran, what's your plan?
Into the sewers.
Okay.
We go.
Kind of find a little manhole off to the side and just clink, and jump down in, or climb down in, whatever you want to use. And you get to the sewers. Are you going directly to where blah 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 Jared told you about the underground?
Yes.
Okay. You just follow your map straight there, and you kind of look to the spot, and I'd like you get to a completely blank wall, but I'd like you both to make perception checks. With advantage, since you know you're looking for something in this fire.
Is that perception?
Yep. With advantage.
17.
9.
With a 17, Auran, especially since you kind of know to look for the right tricks and stuff, and our rogue being a thieves' cant person themselves, kind of find the hidden, and you look and you just tap a couple blocks where there are marks, and the bricks just slide open, and you're brought to the underground headquarters. You enter and you see almost like the underdecks of a pirate ship. There's different layers of wood leading to different places, stairs going up, entirely made out of planks of wood. There's bags of loot hanging everywhere in like nets. There's hammocks for people all over the place. It's a good sized room too, probably about 200 square feet, 300 square feet overall. And you guys enter, and immediately upon entering, you see a very large, very strong looking red dragonborn man. What's your business?
I'd like to speak to Darius if possible.
You see him look around. Darius isn't here right now.
Do you know when he'll be back?
See him kind of think for a second. Depends on when you want to see him.
Are one of Darius's underlings here?
I make sure this place is safe from ruffians.
Well, you'll find none here.
Can I try and get a read on this guy?
Sure, roll insight, both of you, if you want.
Was this guy here when I was employed?
You don't recognize him.
13.
16.
Big burly man, trying to tell you to buzz off. You see him, like, kind of looking towards your gold pouches, especially.
Oh,
Prove you're friends of us, and then I won't have an issue.
He just wanting us to bribe him, or is there like a handshake I'm trying to do here?
Seems like he's particularly enamored with your jingling gold pouches.
Does the name Lotus hold any weight in these quarters? Perhaps with your kin, Darius?
Is the news about Lotus?
Friends of. You could say Lotus and I go a ways back.
If you're friends of Lotus, I guess you're fine. Not many know that name. Down that way, up the stairs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My good man.
See him just kind of go and sit back down on a barrel, grab like a swill of it just right out of the barrel and just drink and watch the door.
Let's go that way.
Yeah. Good to know they know that name in these quarters, at least.
Indeed. Don't mention Roe.
Wasn't planning on it.
Alright, you guys go up, and you see, as you kind of go up following the instruction of the Red Dragonborn, you see a elven man, long red hair, sitting down, kind of sharpening some arrowheads on his own, and kind of doing some tensing with his bow, keeping it fresh. Appears to be Darius.
That lying bitch! Darius, I presume.
Without even, like, looking off of his arrows sharpening. Yes, is there something I can do for you?
Well, quite a ruckus going on up top.
There's always a ruckus going on up top. It's 10,000
Attack.
gold for a head if you're looking for someone to get rid of.
Is he saying he'll give us 10,000 gold to go kill someone?
No, he's saying he's just starting the professional conversation he thinks you're going to have and saying if you want him to kill someone, it's 10,000 gold.
No, this is a far different conversation.
You see him kind of perk his eyebrows and look towards you for a second and then go back to sharpening.
I'll look around, make sure there's no prying eyes or ears.
Not at this point. Definitely like outside of the immediate area there are, but it seems Darius commands enough respect to be left alone.
I'll kind of go sit or stand next to him. If there's a chair, I'll sit, but
There's a barrel.
there's been a lot of unrest with the shopkeepers lately. It seems that the operations down here are certainly getting more active. Things were not like this when they were under...
I remember it had an unfortunate name.
I have it. It's just... Pedigrest.
Yeah,
Pedigrest. Yep.
Yeah.
Things were not quite this volatile. Why are things so different?
You see him do one extra, like, strong, sharpened motion, and just and you see him turn and, like, point the arrow towards you. You ask a lot of questions. about things that not many people should know.
Safe to say, your compatriots above ground that you work with are taking notice and are unhappy with the current regime, which we have heard that you share similar sentiments.
You see him just stare really intensely between the both of you, and you feel like, much like in Malachi's robots, where you sense that magical aura scan you feel that same like shiver up your spine as he just like intensely stares and like reads every single little part of you as much as he can. And if I happen to be a part of that,
We both know that things were better before Lucius got rid of Pedigrest.
you know, if you said that to the wrong person, you'd probably end up with a knife in your back.
Good thing
I'm
we know
hoping
it's
I
the
still
right
don't.
person.
So what do you want?
We want to help. The very thing that the Underground used to stand for is at risk. It's not about domination. It's about the balance of profit.
So, you're what? You're coming to me? Do you have a plan of some sort? Are we just going to murder Lucius in cold blood? In the
Oh, well, I would
pale
be a fool
moonlight?
to think that you don't already have one, Darius.
I have several. Problem is, Lucius has been hidden away for quite some time. Doesn't even show up in here anymore.
How can he run the place if he's not here?
He has his goons. Another reason why it's been easier to get under his thumb a little bit. So, we find
Darius.
Lucius, we have a problem. And then it's solved.
Darius, I assume, and I don't bring his name up lightly, that the name Lotus rings a bell?
I've heard him once or twice, why?
I feel like he has a particular skill set that could help in these matters. There's magical ways of changing one's appearance, and I'll like cast a minor illusion, and more major ways, but Lotus is special.
You don't
He can
think we have
change his,
other types like Lotus anywhere else here?
with his skill
I mean, give us a
sets?
little bit of credit.
Yes, but none as, from what I understand, none quite as practiced as he.
There are some who would see him coming. Again, I've thought these things through.
Yes, just given our connections and skill set, that was one of our first plans of action, potentially. One of our
I
first
mean-
go-to thoughts.
I'm not going to say no to anything, but recognize that this is the leader of an organization known by making its money through lies and deceit.
Oh, I figured it wouldn't be as simple as parading someone around pretending to be Lucius. But if we set up a parallel communication network while disrupting the original, only making slight changes at first, making it believable. It's not going to be an overnight plan, obviously, but
Why don't the others agree? Why do the others follow blindly?
Because, at the end of the day, it's a good move to expand our empire out places.
It's going to cause more trouble. It's just going to get... The Bulwark will be the least of your troubles. A bigger power will swoop in.
That's precisely my problem with it. It's very short-sighted, but some seem to like that short-sightedness. Or others at least think they can put one over on Lucius when he least expects it.
Why did he leave? He was here at some point. Why did he... Was there an event that happened?
May have been a few arrows launched at him. A couple sword fights that almost didn't go his way. Haven't exactly been extremely subtle about my distaste for him. And in this place, anything goes.
What were to happen if Lucius were to just disappear?
Be a power vacuum for sure. Some would pick up the slack. Out of my hand. Can't think of any of them who are clever enough to necessarily build an empire, at least not as quickly as Lucius could.
How often do his goons come around?
Oh, they're here now. Moving around.
Do you know of one?
I know a couple. Why?
Did they ever leave?
Yeah, they come in and out. Some of his quote-unquote generals or second hands. Leave, come back, move around. Everything but Lucius himself rolls down here.
Perhaps you can provide me with their names, and I can try to do something to help the cause.
Well, you got one, and he kind of points outside and kind of gives some directions. You got brain names. You got Brave down that way. Not necessarily super high up amongst the Lucius army, but he knows more than he probably should. And over there you have one of his generals, probably going to be harder to catch, by the name of Travis, that way. He kind of gives a general description. Brave is a dwarf, and Travis is an orc. So if you're gonna think about interrogating, they've been through a lot.
I have another idea in mind.
Let's shoot Auran a knowing look.
All right. Oh,
Well, we will be in town periodically. If there is something you need hands with above that your men can't handle, or you do not wish to have your name on it, let us know.
I have your
And-
sense now. I shouldn't lose you.
Have
As
your
well,
what?
just sense, like SCENTS.
Mm-hmm.
And in case we meet under different circumstances, so you know it's us. If we mention an 8-petaled flower,
Okay. That is if I haven't gotten a bounty to kill you. But then that's just professionalism at that point.
business is business.
Alright. Scram, I got shit to do. See him
Yes.
go back to getting his work.
By the way, Ro ran to Gellin.
You see him, immediately just freeze. Noted. And go back to his work.
Fuck Ro. Alright, out. Out we go.
Out
Okay.
we go.
I would like to get eyes on Brave, if I could. Wander
Sure.
around a little bit.
You
Start
kind of
small.
make an exit, make your way around there, and you see Brave has a very large, red dyed mohawk on himself. A very large, classic dwarf beard, bushy and covered in all different rings and stuff. And he's currently where he's at in the underground hidden base, is just sitting, drinking, chatting with some friends. You see a couple of other people, and they're all drinking and laughing.
I won't say he's not quite your type, Auran. But business is business.
I would hate to see the world from that angle. I'll look down at the ground.
Yeah.
So much space.
It'd be awful. I'm an orc right now. That'd be such a disorienting
that's
thing
such
to
a
go
good
to. Yeah.
There is bigger fish we could fry, but
I think we should start small to get information.
I agree.
Plus, usually low people on the totem pole aren't usually that hard to kill.
You want me to lure him away?
He wishes to have acceptance from Lucius. He wants to please him. He wants to be a good underling.
I feel
so
like
the best way to lure him would be to possibly lead him onto a lead to further expand in a different city.
I also feel like most men, especially drunk men, share very similar desires. And I'll look down at my still dancing outfit.
Okay, we could use that. Wow. Perhaps we can get him to somewhere that isn't quite an untapped market in a different city.
I'm starting to. I just like poke Auran and just like give him a look, and then I start walking towards Brave.
No, Prim, we can't do it here. They're smart. No, we can't try. They're smart. They'll sniff you out.
Okay.
We need to get him isolated, away from his underling or his support. Perhaps we could lure him to Anfang.
I think we can do this a little bit quicker and not dirtier necessarily, but I don't think we need to separate him from the group necessarily. I do like, on a more serious note, observing him for a little time to see how he acts so he can play a role. It's not enough to just have his body like very low,
Sure.
underbreathed.
How many of his friends are there?
About 4. Plus him, so 5 people total.
Are they all dwarves?
Nope, they're all various. There's some goblins, there's human, there's elf. A couple different. We'll say there's a kobold there as well.
Yeah, I'll observe, kind of fake talk to Prim while observing his mannerisms.
Sure. You kind of watch him a little bit. Right now, they're just kind of very relaxed, telling jokes, talking about random silly stories of their latest crimes. The goblin on robbing some folks said that one guy pooped his pants and then ran away and then fell over. Stuff like that. So it's very like middle of the night, just getting tipsy, hanging with your friends, conversation. After, depending on how long you want to sit there, after maybe
Like
an hour
20
or so.
minutes.
20 minutes? Okay.
Do we pick up names of his friends?
Sure. So you have Brave in the middle, or on one side. Garland is the goblin. Smith is the human. Drek is the kobold. What else did I say? Elf. And then Luther is the elf.
Does the underground have a repository of like crimes? Like a log?
Not that you know of, or that you can remember. Where like it's not like Thieves Guild, where like they have like missions that they send people out to do. It's kind of more of like, hey, you rob these people? Perfect. We organize this and get this all done. They're not like sending people out specifically to steal things or cause different things. They have like, you would imagine they have like a like money book that has like the list of like money that's been brought in and stuff like that. But beyond like a list of like crimes and stuff that they send people out to do, not sure if that exists.
Okay. We might have gathered all we can here for now, tonight. I don't think we should take any actions quite yet.
I don't know how long they're going to stay, but I kind of want to see where he leaves to. Have a location to find him again.
Yes, exactly. Maybe perhaps we can study him and his compatriots outside and then come up with a plan to either take Brave first or one of the others.
And then move to Brave next. And that's not a bad idea.
All right.
Okay.
You see them after probably an hour of waiting. You see them all kind of get up, start saying their goodbyes. Garland and Smith walk off with each other. Drek, Luther, and Brave begin walking, and they begin leaving and walking out of the underground.
I'll give Auran a glance, and then I will just put Vivi, my familiar, on your shoulders, and I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Invisibility. What are you doing?
I'm going to give them some space, but I'm going to follow I'm going to follow Brave.
Okay. Auran, what are you doing? Primrose.
I'll
just
follow at
invisible.
a distance that is not suspicious.
Okay.
Like 60 feet,
60
I guess,
feet?
and just kind of act like I'm happening to walk out the way they're walking out, not even really looking up at them, just to really seem, maybe even have my head in a book or something to really seem uninterested, but just keep my eye on them.
Okay. I'll say both of you give stealth rolls. Mack, you have advantage just because you're invisible. Eric, the DC for you is much lower than it would be if you were following closely.
Oh, we're good, bro.
Alrighty. Auran, what'd you get?
I'm looking at the Dex mod. A slutty 20.
Nice.
Shout out invisibility. 23.
Okay. You guys kind of make your way up. Prim following. How far do you want to do? Like 10 feet?
I'll do like 20.
20? Okay. You're following them, and they climb out of the sewers and begin walking around. You see Brave say goodbye to Drek and Luther as they all kind of split up, and Brave just kind of stumbles a little bit, burps, and then begins walking off towards somewhere.
I'll have Vivi, like, they split up in like 3 directions.
Yep, they all just kind of went separate ways.
I'll try and do my best to communicate to Auran that I'm following Brave by like having Vivi move on his shoulders towards the direction that Brave was going.
Okay, you see Evie kind of point in a direction, Auran.
I have no idea what that means. I'm going to go the other way. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'll follow.
Yep, you're able to kind of follow pretty closely. After maybe 20 minutes of walking through the streets, you see Brave kind of stop at a door and just kind of knock on it. Hey, I forgot my key. And just kind of and you wait and watch this happen for a little bit before you see someone kind of open the door, and then Brave immediately just falls flat inside and falls onto the floor. And you see the person kind of, excuse me.
I'll walk up. My friend has gotten away.
Before you get to this point, you're still 60 feet away. I'll say Primrose, you see this. You see Brave roll and using his foot slam the door shut. And then you hear a slight from inside, being 20 feet away. And at this point, Auran, you see the door close, but you don't hear anything happen.
Can I try and make a quick read on the situation of, like, was he surprising the person inside, or did he get the sense that he was followed and this isn't his normal base of operations?
Not being able to see his face or see much of his, like, mannerisms besides just stumbling drunk, you're not sure.
Is this... how tall... like, is this a 2-story building?
Nope, it's just like a one-room house. Fairly basic. Kind of in the cheaper side of the city.
Okay. Normal-ass roof?
Yep.
Chimney?
I'll say yes.
I'm gonna climb to the roof.
Okay, and you have your boots, right? That help you climb, right? Or no? That was Brenin.
Yeah, no, they're boots of striding.
I thought they were
Do I
striding
still
and
have them
climbing.
from the move? And like leaping, I think.
Leaping. Well, with leaping enough, you can enough,
Yeah.
easy enough without having to worry. It's not a tall
I'll go to the
place.
front door.
Okay.
Can I look in the window? What's going on? Was it a woman that answered?
It was an older man. You kind of look in the window. It's dark in there.
I'm
Not
gonna
much you can see
try
from
and
the window.
probably can't see much in the chimney, but I'm gonna try and
You
hear.
do see the embers of a fire at the very,
Okay.
very bottom. You see a soft glow. It's not a full
Do I
fire
hear-
because there's no smoke popping out, but you kind of listen, and you currently don't hear anything happening. Like no.
Is the door
scuffle or-
unlocked?
Yeah, you just kind of, and it's open.
I'll open it. Honey, I'm home.
You look and you see in the one corner is the fireplace with the glowing embers still. And you see a fairly well decorated room. One room house, so kind of like a studio loft. There's like a bed, there's a little cooking area, there's a wardrobe, there's several other accoutrements of a person's house, but you don't see any people there.
I'll go in,
Okay.
leaving the door shut.
Okay.
I'm gonna start sliding down the chimney.
Yeah,
by the
Primrose.
way.
I'd say you'd probably hear him like say, "Hello, honey, I'm home."
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of leave the
Oh.
door ajar. You hear it kind of open a little bit and then close back as Primrose kind of steps inside, I assume.
I'm gonna like crouch. You know how they do like the spider walk down the thing? I'm gonna
Say, Prim's
stay
going
above
through the
these
chimney.
embers. Yeah.
Oh, you're going down the chimney?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Samson.
I'm gonna need a dexterity check. Acrobatics, please.
Don't make us look stupid.
Please.
We gotta look cool coming in here.
I'm very, very good at this, so I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, 25.
25? Okay, I'll say you're able to climb down and stop before you hit the glowing embers
Yeah.
of stuff and kind of.
And
just
I'm still
slowly-
invisible, correct? Because it's
Yep.
only been like 20 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
And you kind of just pop out. I will say, Auran, you do notice a slight of soot come out of the chimney at this point.
Santa, welcome. Okay, is there an upstairs or a downstairs?
Nope, it's just one room house. It's like probably like 20 by 50 house. More like a long house style. But you don't see
Right.
anyone at this current moment.
Where are you, darling? It's been a long day. Start listening very keenly and looking around.
I'll say go ahead, make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'd like to look for like a trapdoor or something as well.
Okay. Roll investigations, both of you.
15.
18.
Okay. With that, you kind of walk around enough, and I'll say that both of you just hear a slight sudden, like, breathing, sharp breathe from inside the wardrobe next to the bed.
I can't give him a knowing look. Because
Nope.
I'm
You
invisible.
said both of us, didn't you?
Yep, you both heard it. Yep.
Oh, okay. Honey, it's been quite a day. I do not know why you're hiding from me.
I assume the wardrobe is made of wood and
It
not
is.
metal.
No,
Damn it.
unfortunately not. Not a fancy metal wardrobe.
I'm sorry, I just had to bring up this reference. Is anybody else getting the Family Guy vibes when the group is trying to escape the prison or their law enforcement and Peter? They're all in a closet.
haven't seen
They're
Family
talking
Guy.
to the sheriff. They're talking to the sheriff as the wife. It was
That's amazing. I
okay.
haven't seen that in a bit.
Zach, what would you say might happen if this wardrobe reduced in size around these people?
I believe the proper wording of the spell is that anyone inside would be forced out immediately. It would not injure them.
Damn it.
I'm going to go up to the handles of the
You wanna-
wardrobe, kind of act like I don't know,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna kind of go off to the side where if they are looking through the crack of the wardrobe, I'm gonna go away from that, and then I want to come up to the side, like like that, and I want to put manacles around the handles of the wardrobe so
Okay.
it cannot be opened.
As you approach the wardrobe, does a 17 hit you?
It does.
Okay. You are stabbed in the foot by a dagger reaching out but from underneath the bed. And you're going to take some sneak attack with that. 14 points of damage. As this dagger just stabs right into your foot. And Brave just swings around with another dagger in hand, keeping yours stuck in the floor, and points it up towards you. What do you want?
Your death. And I'm going to hit him back. He's going to ask me a question.
I don't know if I would have let, anything... I probably would have taken action immediately.
We're going to roll initiative since you got surprised by this man. So, roll initiative. He was able to get his surprise attack off. Ooh. Okay, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
19.
Okay. Auran, what'd you roll?
14.
Okay. All right. Primrose, your turn.
All right. I gotta read some things. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Been a long, long minute.
What is that ability again? Oh, that's right. Okay, I can just move very fast as a bonus action. And sneak attack is only on weapon attacks.
Yep.
Is this man wearing metal armor? Oh,
He is not.
Every time.
He's a rogue. He wears leather. I'm sorry. He does have metal weapons.
Figured. I can make him drop his weapons, but I wonder if just going to do damage is better. I'm invisible. He cannot see me, presumably.
Nope. You would have advantage on an attack.
I'm trying to think if there's anything cuter I can do, but I don't think so. I'll start with an attack, yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'll shoot him. Shoot at him with a hand crossbow from across the room from invisibility.
Roll with advantage as your invisibility drops.
Not a crit, sadly, but that... Oh, I did shoot that before I rolled. Okay, so 15 plus 3
15,
plus 3.
that'll hit.
It's a 21 total, so yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so I get sneak attack.
Yep.
On this hit. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my Mantle of Shadows.
Okay.
That's my bardic inspiration thing. So the shadows... Twist the shadows around me for a minute or until my concentration ends. For the duration, I gain advantage on stealth checks and gain the benefits of 3/4 cover.
Okay.
And this is like the bardic inspiration dance thing. So I will use that, and still no armor on me, but that shouldn't matter much. And 3/4 cover is plus 5 AC.
Yes.
Okay. So then I will kind of move. I'll move to the opposite side, but like 10 feet back from where Auran is, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay, sounds good. It is Brave's turn. He's going to take another stab at Auran. Rolls kind of pathetically. That's a 14.
No.
Okay. All right, just like swipes wide. He's still trying to keep your foot planted, but you're not grappled by any means. He's just like holding the dagger there to keep your attention
that.
on it.
I like that foot.
That's my favorite foot.
My favorite foot. So he's within 5 feet of me right now. He's done, right?
Yep, he is done. Yep. And he's right up in your business.
I'm going to leave my body and go into phantom form.
Okay. That's
And I'm
that
going
just kind of
to
drops on him.
use one of my Doom abilities and do Tormenting Bellow. So I unleash an ear-piercing scream. I need him to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. Whoa, that he rolls a 2. Technically
Take that. Creatures that fail are stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Take that.
Alrighty. After that, we go to Primrose.
Uses 2 of my things.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot, but I'm gonna use my Periept that I bought. So it's
Okay.
an automatic 1, but the next time I make an attack, it's a automatic crit. I don't have to roll.
Okay. Sounds good.
Then as a bonus
So-
action, since I am 2nd level rogue now, I'm gonna cunning action hide within the shadows.
Is activating your Periept a bonus action?
I believe it's an action. Well, it's a part of the attack action.
Oh, it's part of the attack action. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
When I make a weapon attack while wearing the
Okay.
necklace.
Yeah, just wanted to check that. All right.
Ye-
Bonus action, you do your whatchamacallit.
Cunning action hide.
Yep.
Does the
you just
darkness
kinda-
affect? Yeah, for the duration, I get advantage on stealth checks.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Roll with advantage. Let me know what it is.
Perfect.
Are you only doing that ability to get advantage?
The Mantle of Shadows.
Yeah.
It also gives me 3/4 cover, so +5 AC.
Okay. He's stunned, so you already attack at advantage, just in case
Oh,
that
okay.
matters to you.
I did a thing where I get nat 20 next turn, basically. So
Sure.
let's go ahead and give you my stealth roll, which was plus 21.
Okay. All right. Brave's turn. He's stunned. Can't do anything. Blech. Auran,
Correct.
your turn.
I'm gonna back up. So I'm not within 5 feet of him, so I can make ranged attacks.
Okay. You kind of. He still has Athena's body, like, just slumped down next to him.
Let go of her.
My favorite body.
My favorite. Or do I want to do that, or do I want to just? I damage with that.
How much do you want to fuck this mana?
How much do I want to
Yes.
fuck? Is what I'm
The-
asking.
Yes.
That's the important question.
It's that advantage though. Never mind. I'll go back up to him and I'll pull out my longsword and I'm gonna two-handed bitch hit that guy.
Okay. Go for it.
At advantage.
Advantage.
Stunned until the end of this turn. Oh, great. 15.
That'll hit.
Hell yeah. Nine points of the slash.
9 points of the slash. Okay.
And then because I have half or less of my eternity cells, I get extra attack. It's one of
Nice.
my new things. So I will attack a second time.
Nice.
23
That'll definitely hit.
for 4 points of slashing.
Okay. He's looking pretty darn rough at this point. Kind of bleeding all over, stunned. As your turn ends, he gets out of the stun, and then Primrose
He
is
does.
your turn.
It's gonna be weird since it's an auto hit, but can I make like a call shot to just try and shoot at his heart? Not that it matters really.
No, I would say not
Okay.
with this. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and avoid the head then.
Okay.
So I'll shoot automatic critical success. Sneak attack damage. That is 17 points of damage.
17 points. Wow. Okay.
7 on
dead.
the dice times 2 plus 3.
Not dead,
Bonus
surprisingly.
action.
As you just slam a bolt into his like chest and he kind of slumps forward a little bit. Gives out a heavy breath. Not looking
I'm
happy
gonna-
at all.
You're in melee range with him, right, Auran?
Yep.
Alright, if you're there, I'm not as concerned. Let's go ahead and bonus action hide again. But I'm going to move towards the door this time. Like,
Okay.
be right next to the door.
Roll that stealth.
Not as great this time. 15.
Okay. Okay. All right, Brave looks up at you in your phantom form. Just gives a smile. Fuck it. Pulls out the dagger, and you see him just stab into the wardrobe, and you hear like a pained yell, leaving the dagger there, and just sprints towards the door.
I don't think so.
Opportunity attack against
think
you.
so. Where you going, bitch? 15.
15? That's what you need to hit him. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Take 6 points of the slash.
Alrighty, he made a gamble, and you just go and kind of slice right into his chest, and he just kind of stops it.
Would it kill him?
Do you want it to be non-lethal?
I'd like to non-lethal if it's not too late.
I'll say you can, if that's what you're going for. I'll allow it. So instead you kind of like just punch him in the temple with the pommel of the blade and just out onto the floor.
I'll check on the home invaded. How you doing in there? Open it up.
You open it up and you see he's definitely got like hit in the arm, even though the wardrobe kind of protected him from terrible amount of injury. But he's just like, "Who are you people?"
Your saviors.
Ow.
Can I tell?
Did he steal anything from you?
He just said he needed a place to stay for a little bit. Ow.
Okay, well, we'll take him off your hands as long as you keep quiet. You didn't see anything? Nothing happened tonight.
Sure. Can you just, get out of my house?
I'll put 20 gold on the table.
Just for clarification, you are back to Athena, right? Did you say you went back to Athena, or are you in phantom form as you talk?
Definitely still in phantom form.
Oh,
At this point,
okay.
he's just, dealing with it. He's seen weirder shit in his days, I guess.
Alright.
I'll go into Athena and then do I have a potato sack? I want
You
to
can
cover
leave
him
some
without.
rations, yeah.
No, yeah, I want to carry him away without it being people seeing his face.
I mean, the guy has a rug.
I can also cast. Can I cast invisibility on a body?
I think so. I think you can cast it on an object.
Let
Yeah.
me double check.
Maybe
think
it might be a
so.
willing creature.
It was at once a creature. I don't know if it might have to be willing.
It says a creature you touch is the 5e rules.
I
is a
assume then you'd be
creature.
fine.
Oh.
He is a creature.
Anything the target is wearing or carrying. So I can carry him, and then you turn me invisible.
I'd say
work.
either way, if you wanted to just turn Brave invisible or turn...
You might as well just turn me invisible so we have nothing.
I will turn. Oh, and if I gave you my familiar, would that be considered carrying, on your shoulders, so I could see where
Not
you're at?
in this way.
Okay.
That would be just an object on him.
Fair enough. So I will, as you carry the body, I'll cast invisibility on you, and then we can carry this body out of here.
Good day.
See the
Leaving
man
20
just-
gold on the table. Get for your
Bye.
troubles.
And you see him just go over to a little med kit he has and patch up his arm as you leave. And you guys are on your way out. Where are you going? Brenin and Odavius are probably at this point just asleep, I assume. It is still 2, 3 in the morning at this point, so it's still late night. You guys haven't.
I'm gonna go to the inn.
Y'all come with.
Go talk to the innkeep.
Bob.
Looking for an elongated stay for a week, let's say. How much?
Had a little bit of performances. If you're wanting a longer stay, that's gonna not cover it with the performances. How long? A week?
A week.
I'd say for a week, 2 gold.
You got it. I'll put down 3 and wink at him.
All right. Here's a room key. Tosses it to you.
All right. We'll go up there.
Okay,
Open that
go.
bitch up.
But
Put
wait,
dipshit on the ground?
Wait.
Were you
You're
invisible
invisible.
with the body?
Yeah.
As we walk, do you explain?
I'll slip you 4 gold to pay him of mine,
Yeah.
or 3 gold.
And then-
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
I will
we can
communicate.
negotiate that. Yep. Okay. We'll fix that. Fix it in post.
I have a room, no reason. Just carrying a body. Okay,
Yep.
so we'll go up
You're
to the
able
room,
accomplish that. Yep.
plop him down.
Plunk.
And then I
Invisible
will-
again.
Yeah, I'd like to wait until he regains consciousness, but I want to make sure I've got my longsword, at KO distance if he tries
You
to
wanna
do any,
chain him up if
disarm,
you
of
can?
course. Yeah, I have manacles, so I will manacle his arms around a post, so he can't
gag him.
run either.
Yep.
Can.
No, I need to talk to him.
Well, we can so he doesn't wake up and start screaming immediately.
That's a good idea, yeah.
All right, you kind of with like a sock or something, and you
Not gonna lie, I forgot he was
tap him
alive.
a little awake a little bit. It takes about an hour for him to like fully like come to consciousness from the time you knock him out, but eventually he does like, and you see him just look with rage in his eyes, looking up at you.
Settle down. You didn't need to stab my foot like that. Quite rude.
See him just squint at you.
Now, before we do anything hasty, are you going to tell me where Lucius is?
You see him like,
A nod or a shake of the head will do. Do you wish to die today?
see him kind of take a second.
I'm gonna...
Then I'll ask again. Do you want to tell me where Lucius is? A nod or a shake will do. I'll raise my blade up, ready to bring it down.
And you see him like visibly frustrated that he can't speak.
I'm gonna try something. It's probably not gonna work, but I'll put my hand on Auran's shoulder and look at Brave and say, No, come on. It's just a bit of a friendly chat, and I'll attempt to cast Charm Person.
Is this good cop, bad cop?
I will
Make
say...
a wisdom saving throw with advantage because
Yep,
we're
with advantage.
fighting it.
You're
We're
kind of
fighting it.
opposed to each other.
Yeah.
With that is a 16.
That should succeed, I believe.
Okay. So yeah, kind of passes on. He looks up at you, gives another angry squint, and then just tries to, like, calmer now. And pushes.
I'll pull it out. Don't scream or I'll kill you right here.
I was trying to say, I don't know where he is, even if I wanted to tell you or not.
How do you report back to him then? You're one of his goons after all?
I'm not that high up in the rankings at this point.
So Travis would know then.
Him, any of the other folks that are higher up, yeah.
How did you get trusted to help Lucius? If you're not even trusted to know his location.
I run errands for the group. I don't do anything that specific with him. I don't plan out any of the big plans. I get things, bring them back, take things, put them places.
You agree with his new methods of growing an empire? There's unrest in the city. The underground doesn't agree with his decision. Uprising is coming.
Well, my pockets are lined as much as they have been in the past couple years, so I can't really complain.
Unfortunately, this next part does come, Brave. You will make an excellent puppet, and I will kill him.
Just right down the throat. And you see him just like stare for a little bit and twitch as the light just like leaves his eyes after you hold him there for a bit.
You say, maybe not in the throat, but I appreciate the DMing because I don't want to make it very obvious that he's
fair.
a dead person because I plan on taking control.
A little less subtle then. Yep, that's fine. And he just
Right
kind
in
of
the heart.
down.
All right, Athena, and I'll jump on the bed, like jump into bed, but mid-jump, I'll get out of Athena, so the body just like sprawls onto the bed. And then I'll fly into Brave's body.
You see him
I am small.
much shorter, a little bit like wider, but got a nice beard.
You know, we are gonna have to find
And
a
a
way to get
mohawk.
rid of your old body now.
That's why I rented the room. I'm not keeping this. This is a rental. That is my main
nice.
car.
I see.
Alrighty. You are in Brave's body. What would you like to do? It is, again, 3 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Let's go wake up our friends and tell them that we got a new car.
Sweet.
Okay. You are, I will say, you are kind of rubbing on the point of exhaustion if you're pushing a little bit further here.
All right, we'll go to bed, I guess.
Okay.
If Prim's all right
All
with that.
All
I'm
right.
cool with that.
It is, yeah, it's just getting earlier and earlier. The more you go, you all end up resting. Odavius, I'd like to talk to you, but your camera's off. Odavius, as you sit and lay down in this cot and dream, you feel yourself amongst a mass of bodies, covered by skeletons, all sorts of manner of decay, and you're swimming and climbing your way out until you get to the top. And you see that familiar ledge that you got engulfed by when you went through the door at the top of the mountain. And on the edge of the door is a black-cloaked figure standing and watching you. And in a cold sweat, you wake up. You now only have -3 to attacks, ability checks, and all that jazz, as you're able to rest off some of your resurrection sickness. And you see Brenin next to you. Brenin, I assume once you kind of settled back down, you did like the classic, like, sitting in a chair watching Odavius and just watching over him, and then eventually just kind of falling asleep sometime in the night.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you see Odavius, Brenin sitting there, kind of still asleep, not wearing armor, covered in a little bit of dried blood from tending to wounds and other folks here and there. And you find yourself feeling pretty darn weak at this point, still.
Without bothering Brenin, I'm gonna try and get up out of bed.
You kind of like swing your legs out and try and like put weight, and you kind of stumble a little bit, realizing kind of hard to walk at this point, still a little weak, and stand up eventually after like a very slow rise up.
Is there anything around that I can use as like a crutch?
You see a couple like crutches here and there that are kind of quickly being made. As you stand up, a cleric comes up to you as well, kind of like supports you a little bit, and talk to him a little bit, and he gets you a crutch, kind of does a few little checkups on you really quick, and once he realizes you're probably good to go, just kind of lets you go.
If my friend wakes up, just let him know I've stepped outside, and I'll walk outside slowly and get some fresh air and kind of take in the damage.
Yeah, you see in the daylight it's a little bit less weird for you to see, but you do see buildings kind of burnt and crusted over with ash. There's still some bodies left around that are covered in cloth. And you see the Magister, the Shield, many others, random leaders of the Bulwark, kind of still giving out orders. Looks like they haven't really slept at all in this meantime.
I'm gonna walk to where I fell.
Okay.
And is there any like markings on the ground? Do I see any like blood from?
You see blood. You see some of your last life that leaked out of you there, but you also see, and I'll say this, burned into the ground is a small little sigil of some kind where the Moon Knight had sat and stood.
Can I sketch this? Just do a rough sketch of this sigil.
Yeah, you kind of take out some random paper in a bag and just kind of sketch it out. It appears to be sort of moon-like, like a crescent moon, and then there is a anvil, that's the word I'm looking for, anvil set next to the moon there.
Okay. Write that down. All right, as I finish up my drawing, I'm going to glance over and see my blood and just kind of stare at it until I'm like shaken out of it or approached by somebody.
It takes a couple of minutes. I'll say, Brenin, at this point, you kind of wake up and see Odavius's bed is empty. And you kind of look around quickly, and the cleric sits there, explains Odavius kind of took a walk. Kind of explains that he's okay, but taken care of.
I'll run out.
Okay, you run out and you see Odavius standing where he was slain.
Odavius.
No response.
I'll stand in front of him. Odavius.
Slowly look up to him and back down on my blood.
I'll just give him a hug.
I'll wince a little bit. Still feeling
Oh yeah,
effects.
yeah.
In a shaky breath, I go, "What happened?"
You died. But it was close enough in time that we were able to resurrect you. The two figures that attacked, they escaped with the wizard that we were holding. I'm guessing I don't see any blue or green flames.
Nope,
in the
they've
morning.
all pretty much gone out at this point. But you do also see the sigil burn into the ground that Odavius saw.
Unclock it.
How many died?
It's still being figured out. I just woke up too. I'm just glad you're alive.
There was nothing I could do. Everything I did to him, it seemed to not.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll tap his back. You're here. You're still with us.
As you say this, you see kind of a wave of survivor's guilt wash over Odavius as he realizes that there's quite a few casualties, and he wasn't able to do anything about it.
That's a look that Brenin knows very well. I know what you're feeling. I wish I could say it goes away with time, but it might not.
I try to turn and I kind of stumble a little bit.
Catch him.
I need food.
You need rest. Get back in your bed, soldier. That's an order.
Oh, I feel like I would have only grabbed one crutch and just kind of hobbled out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put my other arm around Brenin and slowly walk back to my bunk.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of walking back, you see Primrose. And you also see Primrose with a dwarf. With a long red mohawk. And a very long ringed beard. Walking up to you.
Our security is very lax right now, I see. Calling out to anybody else.
We knew who she was. We figured you knew her too.
Okay, shut up. Get to work.
What can I say? I have sway. I have sway over people. It's okay.
Prim, you notice Odavius look up and then quickly look away.
Get inside.
We were up late last night.
Close the door.
It's not a door, it's a tent.
Close the tent.
Oh, it's a tent. Okay.
It's a tent. It's like a very rudimentary, like, medic setup. Like, 4 poles in the ground, cloth above, some, like, cloth on the side to hide and give privacy to people, but nothing to fancy.
Do we have privacy right now? Are there other people in?
There's some other, like, clerics moving in and out, but once they get the idea of, like, okay, everything's fine here, I don't need to keep checking, they kind of leave you guys alone. But your words can be heard by other folks that are moving around. It's not totally...
Well, I don't think I've met you all before.
Shut up. Can we find an actual place?
I'll say yeah, if you kind of go off a little bit. The dormitories, though kind of burned, are set up still, and you're able to go inside and find like a closed off like office area somewhere nearby, or bedroom spread or something.
Sorry, still tense. What'd you guys find?
I would just like to meet everyone in the group, frankly, but...
You son of a bitch, I will tear you out of that skin suit
Don't
you have
worry.
on right now.
Athena's not gone. This is just a rental.
Brave. And I'll forcibly shake one of their hands.
Odavius is looking the weakest. You kind of like flop his hand out.
I am one of Lucius, one of his lower goons, reporting for duty. We found out that Lucius doesn't stay in the underground. He sends his lackeys, so I am the worst of them. I figured I could help us get closer to ones who know where Lucius is. Arius would be on our side. I think if we brought him something a little bit more juicy, like one of the generals, we could do something to turn this tide.
Odavius is listening, but he's nodding off.
When I told you to go check out the underground, I kind of meant to see if there are any rumors happening
I know.
for the attack.
We
We
didn't
plan on killing me, but it happened.
We listened
didn't
into a
plan on killing
crew of goons for about an hour. And at first contact with Darius, you could tell he knew nothing nor cared not about the attack. Or if he did know, he cared not. So it wasn't orchestrated by them, and I don't think they had anything to do with it. Information may be spreading there now, but...
No. We need to go talk with the mages. I'm sure that's what
Any sign of Elise?
No. We'll need to go to them. And I'm sure that they've been made aware. I'm not sure if our top brass have had a chance to even talk with them yet.
They probably have been made aware, but remember, communication long distance to get on is tricky. That's why Elise sent us to find Soror.
Right. But Elise is here. We're in the same city.
Yes. That's the idea, but Elise probably knows we need to find her, but I don't know how much the Court of Mages knows right now.
That's what we gotta figure out.
I'm sure we get a lot further with Ronald. Probably not going to want to talk to us.
As we're sitting here, can I cast Ascending?
Sure, yeah.
I'll just send out to Elise. Hey, looking for you. Hey, looking for you. Need to talk.
This is
soon
Odavius.
as possible.
As soon as you send this, you hear a flap of wind and the flap of cloth in the wind, and she is standing right next to all of you.
Oh, hello, ma'am.
It's a rental.
Don't-
She gives you
don't
just
mind.
a very like look. Remember how I said
Have you
I could
already-
see you?
Continue. Sorry.
Remember how I said I could see you, Auran?
I don't know what you're talking about. My name's Brave. I'm a professional arm wrestler.
Oh, the stories you're gonna figure out with him is gonna be great.
Do we want to go somewhere more private?
I think this is as private as we're gonna get, unless
Yeah, I
This
look at
is
it.
look
fine.
look into Elise.
I have
Okay.
much work to do at this point.
Have you
What do
already?
you want? What do you want?
Mages. Do the
Okay.
mages in Gelen know?
We are very keenly aware, especially considering several of ours were killed in the attacks.
Was it multifaceted, where two attacks, multiple
Down
attacks
in-
held that?
Down in
I
the
see.
ceiling room.
Was anything able to be found with the prisoner before he was taken?
No, he had been relatively quiet for quite some time. There's nothing he
What
could
were those
do to
creatures,
get-
and why were
in
your
or
spells so
out.
ineffective?
Our spells were. Radiance was ineffective. At least.
Those mages that were in charge were unable to fight back. That isn't exactly what they were trained to do. So they could not do what most others could. That sealing spell was perfect. I inspected it several times myself throughout the months. There's no way that anything could get in or out of it. Not even send a message out.
I'll pull out the drawing I made of the sigil.
Kind of takes it from your hands. Inspects it. No known
That
thing
was-
that I know of. Seen this symbol somewhere on the grounds outside as well, where they both disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I keep this? Kind of rolls it up, puts it away.
I'm gonna make
in
a. I'm
robe.
gonna make a quick.
Yep,
like,
you kind of
copy
make a
for
quick
us.
copy. Yeah,
Yeah.
she just kind of rolls it up, puts it in her bag.
At least you
send
are
that
a quite
out to
powerful
survey.
mage. How weren't you able to stop them?
I was not there. I was called away on other business.
Was it
Insight
expected?
check.
Go ahead, roll inside check.
I will
Was it
join him.
unexpected business?
15.
11.
Auran. Seems like she's telling the truth. I have many other duties besides attending to my seal. That's why other mages are there. I was able to create it, and once it was set, it was self-sufficient, provided the mages did not make a mistake. And we're currently investigating into their spell work to see what mistakes may have been made.
Did any mages survive?
No.
Okay. Makes sense in a couple of different ways. I don't like the idea that you being gone the night of the attack is just a coincidence.
Believe me, it was nothing unexpected. Run-of-the-mill duties. I was not there to inspect the circle because I didn't need to. I was doing my own job and doing what I needed to. If this was planned, they could have just known my schedule in general. Nothing pulled me
That's
away
still-
from this circle at any point in time.
That still implies someone with inside knowledge.
It could, and that's why we're handling our investigations.
If there's anything we can do to help, let us know. I'd like to know.
I will keep you
It
in
takes-
mind.
Pretty powerful magic to just teleport into a major city, deflect and fight off the Bulwark, fight off the mages, break the seal, and steal this being.
Correct.
What possible thing could be out there that could do this?
If I didn't know what had been sitting in those holding cells, I would have told you that I had no idea, but I suspect it's something to do with that. freers of its kind in armor rather than in a body. Something like that, possibly. But we had no research that we could make upon the creature we had in the basement. We did our best to talk with it, reason with it, look into its mind, but all chances were met with failures. Seems it was only interested in causing chaos, and that's it.
Have you heard of flames that couldn't be put out by water?
There's some magics that can do that. Various kinds of fire spells. Evokers have a particular talent for those. It's not uncommon in our world anymore.
Well, the sooner we know more, the better.
I will be happy to keep you updated with what we find at the Court of Mages. See no point in keeping a silly rivalry from the Bulwark anymore. It doesn't seem to do us any good. Others may disagree with me, but I will be sure to let you know first thing I know something.
Thank you.
She gives a bow, and then in like a swoop of her hand, she just whoop and disappears.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but it feels like we're back in France again. This music, it's always like...
It's always off. I don't control the playlist. It just goes. I should really invest in getting like one of those machines where I can push the buttons and play certain things at certain
It's
times.
good until like the end of our sessions, and then it takes us to
and then
France.
it takes a weird, yeah. All right, what are we doing?
I mean, we have suddenly pressing matters now, but I don't know what all we can do about it right now.
Well, I think we should do some research, see if we can find anything on this symbol, and I'll go to stand up and I'll stumble again.
You're not going anywhere until you recover.
So it seems like we have a few days. In the meantime, is it worthwhile to keep poking into the underground?
This event just shows how ill-prepared we are for whatever we are going against. As much as I hate to say it, we need gold.
This job
need
will give us
gold.
gold.
We need enough to be able to get some health potions, get diamonds for resurrection, to make sure this doesn't happen again. I'm sure the Bulwark upper ranks are thinking the exact same thing. We'll be going at it at our own means.
Is there anything we should talk to Ronald about? Or
If
the
he
more in
had-
the dark he is, the better.
I looked at Odavius. What do you think? How far are we willing to go for this?
I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. I am too.
I felt so helpless. Before I knew it, I was gone. I want to know. I want to know who they are. I want to know why they're doing this. And I want revenge. It scares me so much knowing that there's people out there that basically reduced me to to dust. It's
not something that you should have gone against by yourself. And I feel extremely guilty for not being here with you when it happened.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him walk all over our people?
Didn't say that. I just wish I could have been by your side while you did it. While we did it.
Yeah, well, you weren't. And I'm gonna get up, refuse any help, drop the paper in Prim's lap that has the drawing of the sigil, and find a bunk and go to sleep.
Okay. And I think there we'll end for tonight, as you need to plan your next couple moves and figure out what you're going to be doing. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye. Thank you for watching Swing and a Crit Miss. If you liked it, give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and we hope we'll see you next time. See ya!